right? I do want to say, hey guys, I genuinely hope that you guys are practicing some self-care. It means the world to me that like you guys are taking care of yourselves and learning about mental health elements and all of that. And with that being said, I know we are silly a lot of times and we can goof around and talk about deep concepts. I do want to go ahead and give it my all for Heavenly Delusion and all the anime that we see in here because they deserve the appropriate amount of attention, love, care, so on and so forth. But not every show is going to be like 8 hours long, you know? So with that being said, guys, practice that self-care genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. But with that being said, let's jump straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear it. You guys should hear it now. Oh, I can't double do it.
新聞です資源回収員あと2人乗れるぞオリも乗してくれおおピートボスのガーガーかこりゃ珍品持ってきたな
Hold on. This is the okay. It is the right episode. Something that's standing out for me in this is like no matter what destruction, civilization, and stuff goes by, we try and find ways to entertain ourselves, right? So even through this, right? And I know I asked this in a lot of shows, but I'll ask this for the people in here and for yourselves as well. How would you keep yourself entertained in a world like this, where it looks like everything's gone to hell? If we're being quite honest about it. And then further than that, let me ask this as well. In a world where everything's been torn upside down, right? Would you want to go ahead, like, if you had the ability, right? Number one, to keep all of your memories, but all of your loved ones forget their memories about you, or to lose all of your memories, but all of your loved ones still remember you? What would you prefer in any setting, currently and in this world? I'm thinking about this as a form of identity. What does it mean to live in this world with, you know, everything that's been explored so far in the show? And something that comes to mind is, how do you identify in this world in of itself? How would you like to go ahead and be constructed in that? Oh, Ascendant, no! I mean, most of my loved ones have already forgotten about me. Ascendant, no! No, bro. Oh, it's such a deep concept to touch on because it's like everything's like sort of blown up, right? If we're being realistic, like everything's gone to shit. And in a survival state, like what matters most to you? I would want them to remember me. I mean, like, what role do you see yourself doing? No, specifically, I'm talking about memories and identity, i.e., our identity, who we see ourselves currently as, comes from our memories, comes from our experiences, our interactions, right? So would you, as an individual, prefer to A, keep all of your memories, but all of your loved ones forget their memories of you, or B, all of your loved ones remember you, but you don't remember anything at all, not even who you are? I would probably be remembered for my usefulness of, oh, Lena, I think your kindness, how sweet you are, how everything. Yeah, can you make a pull out of that blade? That would be wonderful.
再生できたらこれ1枚で40万だひょー
Good evening, Victor. What's up? No!
俺も聞きたかったまだかなお姉ちゃん
ようこれワニク屋3だろ4人パーティー組めるのになんで2人で行ってんだ
お前この辺のもんじゃねえな
ここらで遊ぶなら挨拶くらいせ
I know, I'm backing it up. Hold on, because there's something that I do want to point out on. Number one, when it comes to periods of quite literally entertainment, right? Entertainment value, whatever we want to go ahead and define it as. invaluable. Yes, you might actually put monetary value to finding stuff that works, but at the same time, finding something that is unique to you, that allows you to thrive, that allows you to feel certain things, that allows you to connect with how society was, skyrocketing, right? If I had no more like, you know, anything, everything's breaking down, there's one computer left and it's yours, and I have this USB filled with all the dojins and all the anime in the world, right? It's 100 terabyte USB filled with like everything a cultured individual needs. How much is this worth for you? How much would this USB be worth? Especially if welp. And this is a concept of assigned value in this world a lot, yeah. I mean, we'd see that yaoi, I guess, at the end of the world. But no, this is what I'm trying to highlight. It's priceless. We plug it in. It doesn't turn on. Files are corrupted. What is it worth now? All the excitement that we had thinking that there would be infinite everything right before we plugged it in. It's like Schrodinger's cat, except for entertainment value as well. The reason why I highlight aspects like this is because we take a lot for granted, including playing video games, including interacting through stream, including being able to go ahead and like mess around with friends, go to bars, do whatever. Schrodinger's Dojin. Is there Dojin or is there not? Oh no! Oh fuck, guys! Schrodinger's Dojin. Oh no, that's yeah. But through this, like, even the sense of identity through this, look. Naming the characters after yourself. How many of you guys do this and why? In video games, oftentimes a lot of people do it as a form of a representation of self, representation of player, identity, and whatnot. I wonder... What do you mean the poll is ReZero? Oh, wow. It's 50-50 right now. Lose your own memories or everyone forgets about you. Oof. I used to... Right. It's a representation of self and how you're going to go out and advance in a world like this. Which is wild to think about. You mean the... I wonder, though. Because it remind my memory just a little bit. Maru does have feelings, right? Very, very obvious feelings for Kiruko, right? But I wonder, like, the best way to go ahead and show those feelings. Not just, hey, I like you. But how would you express that to somebody? I don't really do it in games where it's romance involved or anything else, but yeah. Monsters!
ようこれワニクエ3だろ4人パーティー組めるのになんで2人で行ってんだ
お前この辺のもんじゃねえな
ここらで遊ぶなら挨拶くらいせえや
こんにちは好きな女が実は男だった気持ちわかる
それはわかんねえけど
The way he just shoots this out, bro. Oh.
こんにちは好きな女が実は男だった気持ち
Ever had a girl you liked turn out to be a guy? Can you imagine, bro? Maru, if I was your psychologist, let's talk about this for a second, right? So what does it mean for you? Were you in love with their identity as to who they were, or are you in love with who they are now? Yeah, kind of confused, but humorously really makes them feel real. Absolutely, because in a world like this is also something that would probably take you back. You're not expecting a response like this, right? But this is a question I would ask him, right? Like, number one, are you in love with who they were or who they are currently? And if so, like, remind me of both of their names, right? I think it was Kiruki and Haruko. Wow, I'm completely messing up his name. I'm sure. Like before it became Kiruko. I need to pull up my paper otherwise. So remind me, guys, because through this is the big aspect that I'm trying to bring up through this is, if you are going through an aspect like this, I'm gonna go ahead and ask him. So, what portion of Kiruko do you love? If you like someone, what portion of her do you like? Do you feel constrained by the stories that you are being told, especially if you are feeling a certain way? And even past that, I would go with, have you told them that you like them for who they are now? The identity that they represent now is the person that you like. And even though they may identify as, as say either or in the past, that you love Kiruko for who she is right now, or who they are right now, because Kiruko is Kiruko. And I wonder what Maru would go from that. I wonder how he would evolve from that, because this is a concept in relationship therapy that often comes through. Oh, my partner's changed, and it's like, no. Let's talk about this. What do you like about your partner? Do you like your partner currently, or do you like how they were in the past? And if you like how they were in the past, what were they doing in the past that you liked about them? Oh, well, I like the way that she acted when she was, in college. Okay, but she's no longer in college, and she's the mother of your kids. So you feel like there's no longer a spark. When was the last time you went on a date? When was the last time that we weren't just seeing her as the mother of your kids, but also your wife or your partner, or so on and so forth? You see where this is starting to go? It's like, what roles or identities do we self-prescribe to ourselves, or others prescribe to us, and what do you like? And specifically, do you like the identity or the person presented currently, or the identities that they were in the past, or the roles that they were in the past? I'm sorry if this is long-winded. I'm looking at this through quite literally like a couples therapy perspective, because looking at it through an attachment lens, I'm like, where is he going through this? And specifically, what does this mean for him? What does it mean for him to be caught in this environment and quite literally not know where to go, how to act even, or how to present himself?
わかる？
それはわかんねえけど関係ねえわ今そんな話あ
Oh no.
てめえこんにちはってなめとんがおい今の顔面の一発だけでよかっただろう蹴りのダメ押しは余計だだいぶれ
俺もそうだごめん
外でやってくれよ壊れるだろう
あららかっこ悪い
喧嘩の最中にな
You want me to be honest? This is what I would do. We're in an environment where we're surrounded. Yes, you have your back covered up. The best thing for an individual in this situation to probably do is, and this is going to sound fucked up, this is just me being straight up about it. I love how they react, kind of confused. Yeah. Is number one, you got to clear a way out of here just because of how surrounded you are. Don't matter where you are, even the greatest martial arts expert or whatever will always tell you to duck and weave when you need to. Get the fuck out of an area if you have to, right? I believe in a fight, if people are throwing hands, my fists are equal for all. Rated E for everyone. My kicks are rated E for everyone. So the number one thing to go ahead and do is probably in this situation and quickly would be a push kick for this guy, because his weight is already unbalanced, looking forward and standing forward. Would probably push him back, go through, side kicker, and run out. Because these individuals will probably focus on the big guy falling back, and this one is probably going to be more focused by these individuals taking care of her. This will allow our guy to quite literally just run. If he needs to fight, then he needs to go ahead and cover up and just be able to go ahead and shell himself and duck and weave, boys. Because don't matter what it's like. Someone has any sort of knife, utensil, gun, whatever they might be. Any martial arts expert worth their dollar will tell you, dude, like, don't think that like the move that you're like practice, you're like, let me disarm, it's gonna save you like 101 times. Like, you know, you have to be comfortable and okay with losing. And a good martial arts expert is okay knowing the fact that, like, hey, someone has a knife, someone has a gun, someone has whatever. Like, here, what do you want? Whatever, man. Like, that's replaceable, but a life isn't. Surely Solid Snake could. Surely. That's Solid Snake, though, you know? That's Snake.
何下向いちゃってんの。
バカなのかてめえは。
Ooh. Good shit. Beautiful kick, although I do want to wind it up just a little bit. So Maru is taking, give the old cardboard box. Maru is taking out a lot of his internal frustrations, right? And we're seeing this become evident in just a way that, like, you know, okay, now that they've attacked, now I can let things, like, further out. Seeing the way that he's going through this and just seeing his attack pattern, look. So they're running away. Ruthless. Throws a kick down. This one right here, good headbutt, although that would probably hurt. You also need to protect the back of your head at all costs. Yes, the nose is easy to break, but you also have to remember there are other ways of flipping this around or doing 101 things. Regardless, just look at his face. He's done with it. Like, and I've seen this. Yeah, you got to take your frustrations out somehow. Yeah, but let's further expand this, which is when you're angry, how, like, as a kid, how many of you guys took that out physically? I did martial arts, and I'll be honest, I took it out physically. A lot of the other kids around me, like, we were in sparring, and they didn't want to fucking spar me because I would kick a little too hard. I would punch a little too hard. When you're not taught how to properly cope and how to properly let out your emotions, literally, physically throwing punches, kicks, fighting people becomes a solution to letting out these emotions. Which is why I will state this, and I think it's a really good alternative for kids. Doing exercise. I know it's stated out there. Physicality, putting them in clubs and social settings, allowing them to go to the gym and or karate or whatever, boxing, whatever they're in, taking out their anger and frustration in a way that neutralizes them and allows them to gain whatever skills that they need. It's super important. You're not supposed to massacre the younglings. No. It's a good runhouse too.
お姉ちゃん、
大丈夫かマル。
ちょっと事情も知らずに暴力を振るうのはどうか。俺に火があったらどうするんだよ。
Oh no.
ずっと一緒にいたんだ。君がわけもなく喧嘩するやつじゃないことくらい分かってる。それと
Oh.
仲間を呼ばれるかもしれないんだから、やるときは全員やる。
は
はあじゃなくて。で、歯が折れてんじゃん。こら。
そのうち生えてくるよ。
生えねんだよ、大人の歯は。よし、逃げるぞ。
Adorable. A fucking adorable, dude. Like, my man, it has all these, you can tell he's harboring all of these emotions, everything, and he's blushing and whatnot, and yet he's still, you know, it's like, what do you do with this? And it's interesting that, like, for him, and I think for a lot of people, how many of you have friend-zoned yourself in a way or in an environment to try and settle the relationship or keep the relationship afloat so that way it doesn't turn awkward? I'll be honest, I have in the past. I have in the past. It's like, oh yeah, you're like a sister to me. I've friend-zoned myself in the past just because I'm like, this friendship, this whatever is more valuable to me than like any form of romantic interest. Yeah. And it's like, even though I might harbor these feelings, they'll go away over time. But what if they don't? Turns out the girl liked me too. So damn, brother. Damn. Oof.
少し離れてねぐらを探そう。
Oh, I missed this intro. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So if we were to take these two to be the birds of like Maru and Kiruko, right? Let's just take this representation, just take this journey with me. I know we've done the analysis quite a bit, but let's take this, right? The weird genetic whatever, spider webs all over the place, yeah. Stuff has grown old. What I'm curious about, this sort of reminds me of a temple, the Torii Gates or temple, whatever. And I know I've stated it in the past, but yet we have the kid, right? Representation of the kids that are in there, followed by 4 birds leaving the nest. Are some kids gonna escape this environment that they're in, or heaven, or wherever they're at? Is this a representation that, like, what ends up happening is some of these kids that look exactly like this kid that's like right there end up escaping this facility, and they end up venturing on their own, which is what enables this cycle at the very beginning to start? Hold on. Which is what enables like Maru and Kiruko to start like circling one another endlessly. It could be kids in general. I'm just looking at the birds and identifying them as aspects, critical aspects of the story, right? So that's sort of what I'm looking at. I'm like, what does it mean in this environment where we have 2 birds, right, that are traveling together and circling one another the same way that we're seeing Kiruko and Maru do that, right? Why the representation of these heavenly gates followed by the zoom out? Or the defocus. Wait. Weird salamander thing. Could this be like a heaven and hell symbolism here? Hold on. Look. The gates of heaven, right? The gates of heaven, i.e. Torii gates, or whatever you want to go ahead and call them, right? Ways to get to heaven, and it's highlighted, right? It's in focus. You're able to go ahead and see them. And the kids are blurred. It's like the kids aren't really there. The main focus are these gates, this gate, this illustration towards heaven. And yet the pullback instantly to red, to these kids, to everything, and heaven no longer being visible. What are these kids? Sorry. This is me just like pretending to be wearing this. But in reality, I'm just I am Ooh, where is this show going? I mean, kids are anything but heaven. But this salamander thing that we see here at the beginning, or weird looking thing that floats on in, what is that? Because I'm looking at this and I'm taking in this metaphors of destruction and creation, heaven and hell, and so on and so forth. And it makes me wonder, are these kids really from heaven? Or are these kids from hell? Is this just like a genetic scientist's worst nightmare, like come to reality? I.e. fuck around and find out, right? The more you fuck around, the more you'll find out. Like, what is it about them all coming from the robot thing? I know. Maru's looking for heaven, which we assume is where the kids are at. But what if he should really be looking for hell cleanup? What if instead of going out there and like purposefully searching for heaven, my man should be searching for hell to try and find them? To try and find whatever heaven is. Question. Hold on. Is that a salamander? I thought it was sperm, but oh god. So, for Maru, he's looking for someone that looks like him, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Trad. Wait a minute. Did I miss Arcane? No. Arcane episode 9 is tomorrow night. The grand finale for Arcane is tomorrow night, Kiryu. How you doing? We're doing Heavenly's Delusion right now. He is. Who is Maru's parents? Who is Maru's parents? Me, I'm his parent. We don't know. Someone that looks like him. Someone that looks like him. Les enfants terribles. Hold on. In case you don't get it, that's a Metal Gear joke. Because of the weird looking nanomachine, sperm, whatever lizard thing to go in there. Liquid! I like that she's looking towards the future, right? And he's just sitting there. Is Maru human? Ah, it's Blue Fruit. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome on in. How you guys doing? Appreciate y'all coming in. Hi, my name is Ed. In case you guys don't know me, I am a psychologist. Tend to go ahead and psychoanalyze everything from psychology, video games, so on and so forth. What's up? It's Blue. How you doing? In case you guys don't know, that was Brownie No Frownies, but now goes by It's Blue Fruit. It's Blue Fruit. Thank you so much for the show. Nice to meet you. Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Didn't expect you guys to be popping on in here. Y'all are amazing. I gotta ask this though, and I'm being real. Is Maru human? Thank you so much for the shout out. Blue, you're amazing, dude. You're amazing. People should go give you that love and support. Also, thanks so much for the follow, man. Appreciate it. We don't know. That is sus. Hold on. That is really fucking sus that you guys are saying we don't know and unknown. Because the reason that I'm saying this is for me, aside from like get well or like wishes or whatever, this also feels like the things that you would put in, like, you know, like you would write down and you would put like on a seal or whatever to keep like a demon at bay. I gotta get up at 3:30 for work and it's currently 9:42, so I gotta go. Oh, I appreciate it. It's Blue. Appreciate it so much. Oh man, just don't answer sometimes. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute. He has powers? And even the way he's sitting, his hands pointing down. Hold on, chat. Hold on. We're going into face cam real quick. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying interesting is because I'm looking at the way, like, for example, what are some of the dominant religions in Japan? Yeah. Thanks so much, Blue Fruit. Appreciate it. I am doing well. What are some of the dominant religions in Japan at the moment? Buddhism. Okay, hold on. I gotta. Yeah, all of them point out in this way. That's interesting. How do you do a prayer in Japan? You know, you go up to the little thing, you ring the bell, or you throw your little yen in or whatever. How do you pray? Every shot means something. Clap twice, because this is usually like a prayer, right? Like this is usually the way that people pray. You know, even if you type in like, you know, Buddhist signs for whatever, or Shinto prayer hands or whatever, you'll get a lot of like instances with beads, instances, yeah, with incense, but it's usually, you get a lot of the same thing where people are doing this, wishing for something. So tell me this, and in case you guys are wondering, what the fuck are you talking about, Ed? Boom. So tell me this. Why is his hands pointing down? It could just be, oh, he's relaxing, but that is a really... Try it yourself. Let me know, how comfortable is it? For me, it might just be like, oh, they just did it in the semblance of this, but also with like the whole, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, whoa, like my mind is fucking blown just off of this. It's not comfortable. It's not. And for a show that's doing everything in a very like awesome symbolic sense, I'm looking at this and it's making me ask, is Maru real? Is Maru a demon? Maru is being showcased here in the opening with some like talisman or get well wishes or whatever surrounding him. Sorry, my mind is, if I continue, my mind's gonna fucking blow up. My mind's literally about to fucking blow up if I continue with this, and I can't. All right, we gotta go on. We gotta go on. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna get a nosebleed, and this ain't gonna be good. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, that does not look comfy. Thank you, Lena. Aww. Oh, this is so good, man. Oh. So look, he literally becomes like a son, right? That goes through and it starts going through everything. Patchwork, congrats on being first with the YouTube brought me. What's up, brother? And he starts connecting a lot of things, right? He's quite literally the connector of a lot of realms, or a lot of whatever you want to call it. Bringing flowers and bringing different designs that come through it. Until it becomes real. And again, he's shown with the sun in his background. Like he might be the hope for humanity. Oh, thank you, Kraith. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is a shirt that's pizza and pineapple, and it says "Better Together." I got it because I had to teach some of the kiddos today, and it's a comfy shirt actually. It's very silky. But yes, so he has the sun in the background and all of this, sort of a big representation of hope. But look what comes through this, right? Which I find is beautiful. Kiruku's there trying to find her way, gets hurt, desperate, whatever they might be going through, starts running where two instances, two identities of them are going through it. They stop, they smell their hair as if coming into themselves and look into the light as though Maru is the reason as to what gives them hope. Or there might be something that hurts them in the future that makes them want to run away. Or I don't even know what the fuck this is leading to, but this is, yeah. Look at this. Beautiful. She's literally like running from the light, and the light source is over here. Hitting the back of her hair. Her face is in shadow as she's running with her identities, not wanting to identify and or see the truth. But yet the moment that she's in light, or they're in light, they smell their hair, they ground themselves, and they're able to continue on forward. That's how you fucking do an opening. That is some powerful shit, dude, about like identity and self-constructs and shit like that. Like, I swear, it's like every single time we watch this, I took something differently aware, and looking at this and just looking at the shadows and light and like shadow and light formation from this and seeing the way that a person can form through that. Huge, man. Like through the fucking roof. Like this is some good shit. Like they were cooking when they made this opening. Oh shit, it's winter.
俺は大災害と同じ年に生まれたらしい。思い出せる最初の記憶は3歳か4歳。同世代の子供と一緒に割と広い部屋で暮らしてた。寒くて腹が減ったけど、世話してくれる大人もいっぱいいて、それなりに辛くはなかった。
You were born the same year as the Great Disaster. My sus meter has just blown the fuck up. My sus meter has gone from 6 to fucking 9,000. It's over 9,000. Yeah, it's over 9,000 right now, guys. My fucking sus meter is through the roof right now. That's a really big coincidence, huh? Oh shit.
らしい。思い出せる最初の記憶は3歳か4歳。同世代の子供と一緒に割と広い部屋で暮らしてた。
Okay, chat, remind me, how long ago has it been since the disaster? Before we continue, remind me, how long has it been since the disaster? What's up, JQ? How you doing? 15 years. Okay. Okay. So he's not aging at an abnormal speed. And yet he's still not bringing up who his parents are. I know he only has memories of 3 to 4 years old, but like, I couldn't see it first time. Oh.
同世代の子供と一緒に割と広い部屋で暮らしてた。寒くて腹が減ったけど、世話してくれる大人もいっぱいいて、それなりに辛くはなかった。 7歳の頃、そこが解散したのかな。
Oh.
みんな大人に連れられてバラバラになって、俺を含む何人かは多分身寄りがない組だな。別の集団に入れられて資源漁りなんかしながら3年ほど暮らしたけど、その集団を仕切ってたボスが縄張り争いか何かで殺されて、俺たちは今度は殺した方
We went with the killer?
吸収されて、ちょっと前までそこで働いてた。そこへ三倉さんが来て、俺を引き取って。ヒルコを殺すやり方は三倉さんに教わったんだ。
What was her name?
来て、俺を引き取って。
Okay. I have a theory. Child soldiers vibes. She taught you how to use your ability. Is she from heaven? If this is like a 15-year time period or whatever, right? Is she from heaven? She clearly has this gun. This death ray of a gun type thing. Teaching him how to use his ability. That apparently he has. Is she from heaven? My mind is rushing to something, and I'm terrified. I'm terrified that, like, and this is me throwing it out there. I might be 150,000% wrong. That she was one of those kids that was in heaven and that may have escaped somehow. I'm terrified that this might be like a, you know, trying to take down the guilt of the wrong, or a scientist or some shit like this. May or may not be, feels like it. Yeah, because I'm like, teaches you how to, like, you know, brings you in, teaches you how to use your powers. Has a weapon that can do shit. Like, my sus meter is through the fucking roof right now.
ヒルコを殺すやり方は三倉さんに教わったんだ。
三倉さんのことは君、異性として意識してた？
え？別に。今度はこの人の言うこと聞いてればいいのかなって。
ああ。
特別惚れっぽいわけでもないんだね。
どういう意味だよ。だいたい三倉さんは俺を物でも見るような冷たい目で見てて。
It is kind of sussy-wussy.
で、せめて町の場所なり地名なり思い出せないの？
三倉さんに会って旅に出るまでは、日本がこんなに広いってことも、自分が日本のどの辺にいるのかっていう認識すらなかったからわからないんだよ。大人の後ろをついて回るばかりの人生だったからな。
悟るな。特に目新しい情報はなしか。
何回話してもこれ以上出ないよ。
いいや、何回も話してると何か思い出すものだし、何かに気づくんだ。
Right.
何かの本で読んだ。
あ、本といえば隣の部屋見た。
So actually, that's kind of true, which is, this is why a therapist will have you tell your story, right? And you might have told your story 5,000 times, but if it's like, tell me your story, like, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your past or whatever. You might remember something that you may have not remembered in the past. You might also, there's things as false memories as well, which a therapist should be able to go and catch and work through it with you, or whatever else, right? But the important aspect of all of this is understanding that, like, your story is valuable and that there are pieces in there that we can go ahead and, like, take from and grow from. Or a bit more and more, though, it can. And that's sort of what I'm highlighting there, Masters, is like a good therapist should be able to go and see where the warts start to come out, especially the inconsistencies and when you tell your story versus when I prompt, like, questions to be able to go and get you to open up, right?
本がいっぱい。あれ売ろうよ。
漫画と小説は君が寝てる間に持てるだけは詰めた。役に立ちそうな本は読んで燃やす。知識は共有するより独占した方が 後々金につながる。
Burning manga? Oh no. Oh no.
それこの町で作ってる新聞。
It's
待ってる間
blue.
に
Sounds
読ん
good.
だ。
Have a good night.
一緒に行かないの？買い出し。
君は顔が割れてるだろ。昨日の連中に見つかったら面倒なことになる。
大丈夫。腫れてるけど割れてはいない。
坊や、坊やいいかい？顔が割れてるってのは怪我のことじゃなくて、顔が知られちゃってるってことだ。そういえば三倉さんから方法を教わったってことは、三倉さんも丸タッチできたの？
いや、今のところ俺だけだって。
But how does she know
だから
that?
俺が天国に行かないといけないとか。お姉ちゃんの事務所のドアにも人食い殺せますって書いてあったけど。
あれはただの宣伝文句だ。
But how does she know that? How does she know that he's the only one that can do this? Is he a kid from someone in heaven? This sounds to me like an experiment of dropping a kid from heaven and seeing what would happen. He's a squid now. Like, if I took this kid with superpowers and left him in the middle of a daycare, right? And nobody else can do it, and yet, like, this person comes around and says that you're the only person that's able to go and do it. Like, She could, yeah, exactly. She couldn't do it. Not that anybody else could. She couldn't do it, yet she came looking for him to teach him how to do it? That's fucking sus, dude. That is like sus through the roof. Like, How does she know? How does she know?
いいねえな。どこ行きやがったあのボサボサ。
俺はあんなガキに構ってないで復興省対策をすべきだと思うんだがな。近くに来てるのか？
知らん。そんな噂はいつでもあるじゃん。
復興省、まだそんな噂があるのか。
災害前の文明を使えるようにするために技術と知識の
Wait.
さらって回ってる集団がいる。
それが浅草に来るの？
かもしれねえって噂があるだけだ。
復興省は年寄りの妄想だって姉ちゃんが言ってた。
そういう噂もある。
おいおい、最近闇市で人が行方不明になるってのまさか。
お前らにも電動カートを直したりする技術があるからな。もし知らねえやつが訪ねてきたらアホのふりしろよ。
アホのふりってどうするんだ？ラン。
お、うまいぞ。
まだ何もしてないわ。
I think your memories might hurt you, my child. My child. My child. Oh, guys, can we drop the holy Dorito here, ladies and gentlemen? Drop the holy Dorito of enlightenment here for Kiruko, please. My child. For me, it seems as though you have this parataxic distortion of him, and that's only going to come to hurt you. Because never meet your idols. Never meet your idols, my child, because they might not always be as they appear. Like, in a situation like this, they're only clinging on to the happy memories that they have of them. And not really, like, we're not really seeing anything negative or bad pop out unless we call it out, right? And it's like, I am,
こんだけ探してもいないってことはもうよそに行っちまったのかもな。
でもな、まだいたらどうする？
いたら捕まえりゃいいだろう。岩田さんがもう一回差しでやりたいっつってんだ。
あのな、あんた昨日来てなかったからそんなこと言う。こっちは8人いたのに秒で全滅だぜ。
火薬みたいなガキなんだ。二度とやりたくねえわ。
ふん、うちの丸は強いだろう。うちの丸。
oh.
なんで僕が得意になってんだ。
Oh.
丸は警護対象の他人だ。目的を果たしたらまた僕は一人になるんだ。
Will you though? Because I have a feeling that he's gonna do everything to keep you by his side because you mean a lot to him. Like, you've gone like from traveling companions to friends to him liking you. That is a lot of propinquity. And you're even saying that you're starting to feel proud of him and all of these things. That's a lot of propinquity to be built. Like, oh man, my heart is riveting at, like, I hope that these two are able to go and get along for a little bit longer.
Maru? Oi, Maru.
Ah. I was like, oh, but the abandonment trauma is real, dude. Like, it's the anxiety instantly skyrockets, right? Instead of thinking about possibilities, it's instantly he's been killed, he's been taken away, he's been eaten. Just look at this. Look at the timing of this, right? Tell me when the panic attack starts happening. Because trauma is the reason why this anxiety is coming through, right?
Oi, Maru.
Is it now? So right there, freeze. Immediately, right? She comes in, sees everything open. She's frozen. Completely frozen. Comes the next stage. And here, we'll use this as a highlight. Hold on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Wizard theories. Here we go. 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 Here we go now. All right. Where's she at? She froze. Right? Where do we have that? Freeze. So think about it. She was here, calm, collected, whatnot, right? All this social engagement aspect. She was outside, curious, mind Maru, whatever. Walks in, boom, freeze. Went all the way, skyrocketed the fuck up. She's all the way up here. What happens? She's going to come back down, and it's going to be one of these. Panic, fear, anxiety, worry, or anger. She went all the way up top to where freeze is in the dorsal vagal. The red comes back down all the way towards the yellow where flight and fight is, and it's going to like stay around this area. That's why this is fucking like huge. Look, boom. But yeah, if like having an anxiety attack, having a panic attack can be a lot, and it can really take you down. Like if you're not careful with it, it can completely override you, and like your logical frames of thinking just goes out the door. Like, you know, maybe just, and it's true. Like, this is someone that you're supposed to protect. There's a lot of weight. There's a lot of everything. But freaking out, does it do you any good in that moment? You know, in a world like this, there's not a lot there's not a lot that you could probably do.
でかい声出してんだよ。隠れてるんだろ俺。
君、隣の部屋で何やってんだよ。
何って、ちょっとその役に立つ本がないかなと思って。
Were you beating your wait? Were you ISHO meeting it? Useful books. Oh, fuck it, dude. Good evening. What's up, mea culpa?
それでエロ本使ってたのか。
見てただけ。いや見てもねえし。お姉ちゃん、どうしたんだよ。なんか変だぞ。
自分でもこんなにパニクるとは思わなかった。僕が帰ってきた時いなくなってるの。
Oh.
そんなこと言ったって、タイミングが悪けりゃたまたまいない時が。
Yeah, that abandonment trauma goes through like literally comes up in many aspects. Here's the thing, and I'm going to be 100% realistic. In situations like this with abandonment trauma, if not processed correctly, and if not having a supportive partner, it can turn toxic really quickly. And it can turn toxic in many ways, right? Or hyper or hyposexuality comes into play. Where added trauma makes you feel less than the other person. Where you don't want them to leave, but at the same time, you don't want to stay with them. Where, like, it's just a lot of continual, like, added pain, essentially, that is just continuously being stacked up. With abandonment trauma, like, you just have to be there for the person and care for them and allow them to slowly start processing out their emotions and feeling safe that no matter what's going to happen, that you're still going to be there with them. But it's interesting that she takes on this role of, I'm just his bodyguard, comes home, it's the mask of wearing the bodyguard like mask, sees him not there, and instantly that mask falls off. Like, ooh, ooh. Their friendship is magic, man.
でもさ、俺自分の生い立ちを話してて思ったよ。お姉ちゃんの方がだいぶ辛い思いをして生きてきたんだろうね。
Oh.
ちょっとなんか硬いものが当たってるんだ。
もうしょうがねえじゃん途中で。いや、何も途中ではないんだけれどもさ。
新聞に書いてあったんだ。
He was iShow meeting. iShow meeting it. He got the Chica scare of his life. Oh no, because there is. Oh, Passy coming in here with the massive Riz move. Ooh.
災害前って人間が楽するためにロボットを作って、今度はそのロボットに監視される心配してビビってたらしいよ。ところが実際は暇になりすぎた人間同士が互いに監視し始めて、ルールやわがままを押し付け合って島に殺し合いになって滅んだって。
戦争崩壊説だな。作り話だろ。いかにも偶話的すぎる。
前の暮らしが天国とも限らないって話だよ。それに災害前が天国なら俺の目的地は過去ってことだよ。無理だろ。
でも大人はみんな前の暮らしを知ってるし帰りたがってる。もしもうすでにどこ。
Is it impossible though?
限らないって話だよ。それに災害前が天国なら俺の目的地は過去。
If heaven existed, I'd have to go into the past, which is impossible. They got theories, yeah, and why they got theories on how the world ended. Like, wait.
ってことだよ。無理だろ。
でも大人はみんな前の暮らしを知ってるし帰りたがってる。もしもうすでにどこかで前の文明が復旧しているとしたら。
これは足跡。なぜこんなところに足跡が。
Where'd they get these babies from, though? That's my question, is how the fuck are these babies coming to be? Oh shit, what the fuck? Her argument doesn't really stand that well because we always go back to the past, so it's better. Experimentation, most likely. Totally real babies, yes.
これは何を？
楽しい音がしたら太郎が目を覚ますかもって。
こっちは？
太郎が元気だった時持ち上げた石だそうです。
持ち上げただけじゃない。そこからここまで放ったんだ。
タラオは力が強いからね。
僕にもでき。
I like that they're doing their own form of grief, right? Like process or celebration of life in a way, where they're all doing dances and whatnot to celebrate through it. But at the same time, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this feels, in the best and worst sense, like a trap, like a giant trap for these kids. Teach them something about funerals, and we have something. Yeah, I don't think they teach, but it's something that a lot of people do as a ceremony or an aspect of self, right, of identity.
そこへ三倉さんが来て、そこへ三倉さんが来て、
The bots are burnt. I'm thinking, boys. I'm thinking.
楽しい音がしたら太郎が目を覚ますかもって。
あっちは？
太郎が元気だった時持ち上げた石だそうです。
持ち上げただけじゃない。そこからここまで放ったんだ。
タラオは力が強いからね。
僕にもできる。
That's Also, yeah, does anybody have 720p access? If not, well, for stream. But anyways, I'm looking at this and I'm like, just the celebration of life and everything that is going through this. Really, really interesting. It's interesting to see how these characters are, like, literally are doing celebrations of life, celebrations of everything together. Like, it might be your phone, Blade. Yeah, it might be your phone. And going through all of this is, how do we celebrate? Good day, how you doing, Tanti? Appreciate you. Seems fine. I'm glad. Yeah, I can do 720 and 1080. But like looking at this, it's like, yeah, when it gets an oboe, what a weird instrument to pick. In an environment like this, though, say that this whole thing were to collapse, who would survive? Which one of the kids, or which of the kids do you think would survive in a very real environment? If we were to go through this, right? We've seen him run super duper quick. No, you're a weird instrument. I know. We've seen him run super duper quick and do so many actual like feats. I feel like he would be able to go and survive. But who else would survive in an environment like this?
持ち上げただけじゃない。そこからここまで放ったんだ。
タラオは力が強いからね。
僕にもできる。
Oof.
天永17年10月16日23時34分。残念ですが。
皆さんおはようございます。
10月16日
23時34分。残念ですが。
Now, is she crying because she genuinely feels empathy for him? Or is she crying because that's like your product, your experiment going away? I've been thinking about this, and it's why is a director doing this to young kids? And I have a fucked up theory. I really have a fucked up theory that I hope it's not true. Just based off of the weirdness of the machine that they had in one of the previous episodes, and based on just how they treat the kids and how they move around with the kids, and it feels like they're keeping the kids innocent in a way to be able to go ahead and otherwise known as like transposition, i.e., which like hypnotic suggestions, you can go ahead and do 101 other masterpieces in of itself, or she's just keeping face. I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is she crying? Does she really care about him? Or is this the loss of product? Is this the loss of an experiment? I think she doesn't even care. She's just her acting normal not to weird out employees.
皆さんおはようございます。着替えを済ませたら食堂へ行かず広場に集まってください。昨夜タラオくんが亡くなりました。
Oh no. Also all this blight and everything. Oof. Bro, don't do this to me. Something was off, yeah.
Asura も同じ病気だったの？
アスラはそうかもしれない。
ミーナさん、タラオくんの遺体は火葬してよろしいの？
はい。必要なサンプルはすでに採取しましたので。
I don't trust this robot thing. I don't trust this robot thing. For me, this whole thing, it's like 5-head against 5-head move here.
悲しいです。子供たちの中から2人目の死者を出してしまいました。
アスラの自殺は誰にも予測できなかったことです。
Suicide.
いいえ、精神が耐えかねるような体に産んでしまったんです。我々が殺したようなものです。過酷な思いをさせてしまいました。生み出したこと自体が我々の罪なのです。アスラの隣にタラオくんのお墓を。
に採取しましたので。
悲しいです。
じゃあズボンでももらえば着れば履けるだろ。
お腹すいた。
姉ちゃんおかえり。
わかった。
あ、そうだ。キリコちゃん。
Hey, I just started getting to Oshinoko and your breakdowns are so good. Thanks, Macaroni Sucks. Appreciate it, mate. Sorry, we're really into Heavenly Delusions. I'm trying to... There's something sticking in my brain about this.
私のカメラにフラッシュついたんだよ。新しいブロマイド作って売ろうよ。じゃあ先生と一枚撮ってよ。
僕はいいよ。
撮るよ。
子供たち
Very, very similar pair of glasses, except he doesn't have a scar on his head. He doesn't have a scar on his head. If this doctor that does this brain transplant is here, now I'm scared. This is why I was cooking. I'll put this on. Is the doctor from episode 3 working in this facility and doing brain transfers? This is where my head is at, and this is what I fucking fear. These kids are being used as replacements for brain transfers for some of these people. This is what I'm fucking scared of. Like, all of a sudden, the doctor's gonna appear in here, and we're all like, I was sussing this guy out because it's similar fucking glasses and shit, and I was like, oh yeah, but no, I thought like, oh yeah, the glasses and whatnot, but he doesn't have a fucking scar, so no. This meal got so much seasoning. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, how did that doctor know how to do fucking brain transfers? Unless he comes from like a very specialized area where they're doing experimental shit, it would have to be in an environment like this. Now, I'm looking at Grandmama here. If we're looking at Grandmama here, I'm like, the director here, why wouldn't she want something like this? I'm thinking about this. I'm like, wouldn't she want something like this? Wouldn't you want something like this if you're getting old as shit? And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I know, we're going to bring up some kids, give them superpowers and shit. And then like literally be able to go in. But that's just a fucking wild theory that I have going on here. Because I'm looking at what happened to Kiruko, right? And I'm like, it happened perfectly without this technology being available. Now imagine with this technology being available and kids in this environment. This is assuming that that doctor works here. That is assuming that. If he doesn't, I'm fucking running a cold case. But fuck.
アスラの自殺は誰にも予測できなかったことです。
いいえ。精神が耐えかねるような体に産んでしまったんです。我々が殺したようなものです。過酷な思いをさせてしまい。
Think about a brain transfers. Wouldn't that not help much if your super old brain is already going to degrading and stuff? So a transplant would only give you a younger body, but your brain is still physically old, right? I mean, it depends on the way that you do it. Because what if you just transfer or you align neural consciousness in a way where you just transfer your consciousness into that individual? I.e., you know, you perfect individuals who not die in the way that they've been dying here, and you just transfer consciousness and say, even if you transfer brain, right, in a very similar matter, i.e., you wait until a person is of healthy age or their brain stops maturing or something along those lines to do a brain transfer. Wouldn't that work best? Asura was in a body that couldn't bear his own mind. Sounds more like the lane of a brain transfer. Oh.
生み出したこと自体が我々の罪なのです。アスラの隣にタラオ君のお墓を。
タラオの病気は特有のものでしょうか。それとも。
あらゆる免疫を備えて作られたがゆえに発症したものなら、すべての子供たちに発病の可能性があります。
それは困ります。お迎えの日だけは変更できないんです。 それまでに病気の正体と治療法を解明してください。
You good?
僕もなのか。
Oh no.
どうだい。リュックいっぱいの本全部売ってこの地図1枚買えるんだ。これが情報の価値だ。 タラオの病気は特有のものでしょうか。それとも。
あらゆる免疫を備えて作られたがゆえに発症したものなら、すべての子供たちに発病の可能性があります。
Children that are Hold on. Children that are immune to everything. How? How? What the fuck did you do? Wait, how? Unless you're fucking around, like, let's say that you have Sephiroth, like, in there and you're like, haha, we're gonna make the perfect soldiers. Like, how? They have like nanomachines, son, right? Or they have a Genova somewhere like stored in the back. Like, how are you making these kids immune to everything? At least children could have survived an isekai. I'm like, ugh. The Day of Fate, though, is the only thing that. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? The Day of Fate is the only thing that can't be changed. What do you mean? I'm fucking stun locked. What? What? The way this is transitioning, right? The way that this transitions between one and the other, like it's so well like put. I wonder if people are catching on or caught on quickly as to what may be going on, because this is like it's awesome little cuts and stuff. It's I'm mind blown.
これが情報の価値だよ。
はは、なるほど。水、安全度 50%。この数字は何が根拠?
What is my theory so far? My theory so far, and this is just a crackpot theory. Let me go get my my tinfoil hat. Is they were doing children experimentation to make them probably immune to pretty much everything, superhuman abilities, whatever you want to go and have it. And if we presume or make the assumption that the doctor is there that gave Kiriku or Hiruki and whatnot the brain transplant, then he is there. And so this is an environment that is being used as testing grounds to be able to go ahead and either transfer consciousness, do brain transplants on these kids to have a new stable body for whatever's his day of fate may be. And through that, we also have the thing that the AI inside of this is already corrupt in of itself, and is corrupting these kids by introducing different concepts that don't keep them pure. So you have an impurity like mixing with the things that they want to keep pure, and then you have these individuals that are working together to try and make sure that like things are going well. And then altogether, you also have a future outcome, or an outcome that's currently happening right here with Maru and Kiriko, right, where they're trying to go out and find the individual that looks like him, and choose being a bodyguard to him, and yet everything relates in some way, shape, or form, or they're searching for heaven in some way, shape, or form. So then what is a day of fate? And that's where my mind is. What is the day of fate? sorry. Yeah. That is my tinfoil hat as to what is really going on in here. And I could even go further, which is I feel like the director is going to do some fucking drastic over the top move with probably one of these kiddos. If it is in the way that I'm thinking, I could be wrong, right? But psychologically speaking, I'm looking at this director and I'm looking at someone that might be unstable and is just pursuing a certain line of attack. And I would be terrified if I was one of the kids there. They asked the AI earlier for permission to cremate the body.
見た目の透明度と味って地図屋は言ってた。
主観的だな。ん？水安全度 100%。100？ 100% 安全な水なんてまさに天国じゃない？
主観的だな。まあそこへ寄るのはやぶさかじゃないが。今足音がした。この建物に入ってきてるな。迷わずこの部屋に来た。
町の連中に見つかったんじゃないの？
一人しかいないっぽいし、いざとなれば勝てるでしょ。
ものすごく強い一人だったらどうすんだよ。
いるんだろ？船で一緒だったものだ。開けてくれ。
Hey yo。
テント村でお嬢さんを見かけて。つけさせてもらった。直入に言う。俺をガードしてもらえないか。
まあ方向が同じなら考えるけど。
行き先はそう遠くない。不滅教団だ。
不滅教団？
何それ？
ああいや、 そう呼ばれてただけで本当の名前は違うのかもしれないが、人を永遠に生かし続ける医者がいるとかで。
医者?
Okay, wait a fucking minute. A doctor that can keep you alive forever. Just saying.
医者ってのはこいつか?
いや、行ったことも会ったこともないから。
場所は? 言わなきゃガードもクソもないだろう。信用してもらえなきゃ引き受けられないよ。
船での様子を見て信用している。俺とこの荷物を守ってもらいたい。大災害の後現れた船を襲ってきたような死なない異形。そいつの一部を移植すると強くて死なない人間になれるという話は知ってるか？
その大事そうに。
Wait.
まさか。
取るなよ、お前ら。絶対取るなよ。
なんか腐ってぐちゃぐちゃになってない？
船に乗る前はこんな風じゃなかったのに。
出すなよ。
そんな。やっとの思い出手に入れたのに。
My man really wanted to become immortal. And I mean, and for a lot of people, that is the end goal, right? If we're going to be realistic, a lot of people, they shoot for immortality. Like, that is the end all be all for quite a lot of people. Like, you know, searching for the fountain of youth, trying to find like a gate that makes you, or a cream that makes you like not age, or whatever you want to go in this and establish it as. I'm looking at this and I'm like, what if Robin was pretending to be a doctor though? That was his name, right? This guy. Would immortality even benefit a world like this? Would you want to be immortal in a world like this? Also, what does immortality entail? Hold on. We have 101 things. Telomeres. Yeah, telomeres. Yeah. Like, let's talk about it. What if you do become immortal, but or kind of immortal, but yet your humanity is no longer intact? What if you start transforming into one of those things? What if that is the reason why this is all fucking happening? But what is the day of fate? My mind keeps going to it. If you're the only immortal person, it means profound loneliness. You could be killed. So then, again, I'm pointing out, where's the doctor? And then where's the, like, you know, where's he? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Because I love how it shows the doctor, but yet it has Robin in the background.
行ったことも。
入ってきて。エラの場所はどこだよ。
船に乗る前はこんな風じゃなかったのに。出すなよ。
Yeah. Good soup.
やっとの思い出手に入れたのに。
おっさん、その富士見軍団とエラの場所はどこだよ。
不滅教団じゃなかったっけ？
その情報、これで買ってやる。人食いの肉は元手にまた探しゃいいじゃん。
100% 水を組んだら不滅教団に行こ
う。ごめんよ、寄り道させちゃって。
いいよ、俺は全然。不滅教団が天国だって可能性もあるんだし。ただちょっと不安なのが、その場所、地図に妙な連中って書き込んであるんだよな。
Strange people.
園長、ちょっと。
何ですか、想像しい。
タラオの遺体を焼き終えたんですが。
後のことは任せてあります。
とにかくご覧になってください。
一体何なんですか。何ですこれは。
Nani the fuck? Oh, wait. It has to be then. like this thing probably grows into like a, I guess it wasn't a faceless baby, yeah, a brain or ooh. I'm thinking even further. It's like, what if this is like what Digi evolves these kids? You know, this is already inside of them and just keeps mutating endlessly. Oh man, whoa. Oof. You want to talk about a series that like has a lot of fucking like turns, like mystery and whatnot. Like this is it, man. This is such a good. Like this is so good, and the fact that it has so many different turns and questions and everything being asked in the right way. I'm looking at this ending and I'm like, oof. So basically a tumor. So for you guys, and I'll ask you this, how many of you guys have already seen this show? Genuine question. And if you have, how many of you guys have like are quickly putting everything in together? How long did it take for you to start placing everything in? You have. And you read the manga. Raise hand. Okay. I seen it legit up to this episode. Oh shit. The toothbrushing scene in the ending. Yeah. Dude, I'm still realizing new stuff. I'm looking at this and I'm like mind blown at the way that everything connects, right? I know we're looking at the ending here, but I'm like, the way everything connects here is fucking phenomenal. Whoa. I read the manga first after the first episode. Didn't get anything until I went on the subreddit. Oh. Overall, though, I do have to say, what a good anime, what a good episode, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't expect this episode to go this hard and actually have this much in it. You know, are we actually gonna get to heaven? Are we actually gonna see what heaven is? Are we gonna see what the day of fate truly is? I'm really curious as to where this is gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. I can't thank you guys enough for actually voting this show in, because I'll be honest, only having what, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 episodes left. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But then changes. Yeah. We have 8 episodes left for Heavenly Delusions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching this now, hey, why don't you come and join us? We will be doing Heavenly Delusion every Friday, since Arcane is no longer going to be in the rotation. It'll probably be one episode of Heavenly Delusion and one episode of whatever the other anime is. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are on YouTube and you guys watch this, come and join us. But also, fucking phenomenal show, man. I just can't praise it enough. It's absolutely wonderful. I'll see you guys next time. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Sometimes we go really deep. Other times we try to stay, like, you know, decently level.